to stop. But there you go. Yep, sorry.
How do you think that all this new media affects, does it affect the deadlines or clients?
Oh yeah, it's totally, one of the biggest differences for me, like with a commercial, we could be done with a commercial in 2 weeks. From conception to shooting, if you have to wash, ideally be able. But, that would be done. And you'd be done. And now, what I found was like, with things just keep going and going. And like, we did that website, one that's on our website, and it took months. And it was not, it seemed like it would never end. And the TV show, it took bloody months to do this thing. There were so many different variables involved. Things have gotten a lot more complicated. The variables have increased. Like, right now we do a lot of, applications and games and stuff like that. And they take a long time. And they're not as fun, honestly. You don't get to hang out in the cool hotels, see the celebrities when you're doing a website. Just one thing different. Not that it's all about that, but by comparison, doing commercials were like quicker and, you were done. That was it, Final cut. But everything's changed. It's a lot more collaborative. Like, with a commercial, I can be like, listen, I came up with the idea, it's my good idea, we're going to do it my way, don't. Where now it's like, here's the idea, and then the web guy is like, I don't know about that, well, why not? You can't really do that, why not? Blah, 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 blah. And it just keeps going from there. And 6 months later, you'll still be fixing the bloody website, and, but that's kind of the way it goes. Now. Yep.
You said you only wanted to work for one man before you entered the business.
Yes.
Who was he and why did you want to work with him?
He was a guy named Ed McCabe. He was a legend in the 70s and 80s in New York advertising. And he embodied all the things I liked. I don't like advertising that tries to be too clever. And that's one thing I've noticed over the years, is that a lot of advertising is like, some of the stuff that gets awarded, like the average person will be like, what's that about? I don't get it. And I just know this, right? But it tends to get rewarded, so it tends to get aped by advertising students. Like, they think that being clever is good. Well, I always thought that my favorite ads, and the ones where it was like, bang, everybody gets it, everybody participates, and it's not too, it's not an intellectual exercise. It's an exercise in, hey, isn't this kind of cool? I've always thought that. So he was kind of the embodiment of that. Like, this is advertising, we all know it. Let's not pretend it isn't, and let's not pretend that it's that interesting. And you know what I mean? Because it isn't. So therefore, let's make it really interesting. And go make an effort to be human about it. And touch people in a really human way, and not in a arty way. There's nothing wrong with that. Any other questions? Yep.
Have you noticed major changes due to all of these schools that have popped up?
To a degree. I mean the advertising schools?
Yeah.
To a degree. I mean, the thing about it is that like, part of this shift in the tectonic plates is that like, there's been a bit of a lag between, the schools getting up to speed with the culture and what's happening. And that's one of the things I've noticed. And I would encourage, like, one of the things I would always encourage people to do is to use what you have, or what makes you unique. I always tried to, use what I had. Like somebody once said, there's no one will ever be a better you than you. And I think ultimately, over the long haul, you're selling you, and it will come out of you. So the more you get comfortable with doing that, and the more comfortable you are with being yourself, and using that in your work, I think you'll be a lot happier.